What is going on, everybody? Back on at One Piece 467, I want to say. Um, haven't been this excited to watch, an anime or an arc. I think we brought it up a couple episodes ago. I don't know. One of the last time I kind of felt like, oh man, I can't wait to see like how this goes. I mean, of course, anytime Attack on Titan was on the scene, every episode was like that. But since Attack on Titan ended, there's been good episodes. There's been, nice fights. Jujutsu Kaisen had a little bit of a run there going. That it was good. It was some good stuff. What was it, last season of My Hero, where it was like 10 episodes of straight fights at the beginning and Mirio showing back up, like that was pretty dope. And there's been some. It's been good. It's been good, but like this has been pretty. This I would put this or like what's going on right now. I put that above all that. So it's been pretty good. So I'm hoping it delivers. I don't know what I'm hoping for. Like, do I want them to get Ace and get out of there? Do I want like Whitebeard to die and Ace gets out, or Ace dies and Whitebeard lives? Like, I don't know how this is going to go or what I'm expecting. If I had to give any kind of like thoughts or what I think. What I do think is I don't think Whitebeard has enough, at least for what we've been presented as the viewer. I'm not seeing it. He's great, and probably if he was to run the one-on... Now again, granted, I don't know everybody's powers, but I think of everybody in this area that we've seen on screen, if he was to run the 1v1, I think he would... If we were running a Royal Rumble, it's like, all right, everybody line up 1v1 versus Whitebeard. And of course he gets like, say he gets Sensu beamed after every matchup to make it like fair and even. I think it's to say he would be the last one standing. Like I would think that would be an accurate statement. If everybody here, Okaji, Kizaru, Mihawk, Doflamingo, Luffy, Crockett, like whoever you want to line up, I think he comes out on top. But as a consensus, like just group, I don't know if he has enough to deal with like what they got going on that side. I'd like to be proven wrong, like he has something up his sleeve that we don't see, or he has somebody that we haven't seen yet. I just don't think he has enough, and I don't think Luffy and the group showing up tips the scale too hard in a direction. If I thought he was 90% to like probably getting defeated and not having enough, Luffy and Jinbei and the rest showing up pushes it down to like, okay, now he's like 80% to maybe. So I don't think it makes that big of a difference. We'll see. They've got a plan going. Son Goku's got a plan or something, and they plan to execute Ace or kill him as soon as it's over, or as soon as the plan's put into place. And I'm curious to see like what's Whitebeard's plan, because we're doing a lot of just fodder, wave after wave after wave. We didn't support Oars Jr. even though he was going rogue and he told him to wait. Sometimes plans just get thrown out the window and you kind of just got to ride the wave. He didn't jump on that. He's just sending these kind of lower level grunts, just wave after wave, and they're not really doing anything. So like, what's the plan here? When you like, do you not plan to like change up is there no game plan switch up until like all your grunts are dead? And then you're going to be like, well, I guess I have no choice. It's just me. Or like, do you have a plan? Because he had a plan to show up. They coded the ships, they get up there, bop bop bop, he quakes it and sends in that tidal wave. Like clearly that's like he's thought like that's strategic work there, but now it's just kind of just send fodder. And I would like to think that someone of his caliber, like there's more to it than just, I don't know, running headfirst at a brick wall essentially is what they're doing. So we'll see. Again, I think it's such a missed opportunity to not have pre-Whitebeard and Luffy interactions before this, because I was thinking about this when I was getting ready to start. Imagine if this was like a Jujutsu Kaisen situation where it was where they would have like Gojo teaching or Todo teaching, and then they'd sit there and like watch and give him pointers and like tips like as he's doing it, like I'm not gonna help. Like imagine they had been training with his hockey and everything, and Luffy's out there like doing it because he wants to save Ace, that's his brother, and he's like leaking hockey or not using it properly, and Whitebeard's like yelling at him commands, and they're spouting back and forth, kind of like how they're kind of going at it right now. It would just be so great. And man, it's just headcanon and fan fiction, but that would be so great if Luffy was hitting the scene. And imagine like, because Kuma and Kizaru and everybody, the last time they ran into him, they know that like he just doesn't have it. But imagine like he runs across Kizaru right now and he's actually able to touch him. Holy shit, just the revelation of like him tapping into the hockey and everything. But regardless, that's a story that doesn't happen. So I don't know. It's just, man, it's right there to be had, you know? It's so right there to be had. And besides, I don't think there's anything too crazy that we haven't stated over the last couple episodes. I feel like one thing I would have liked to have seen, and maybe we still will see it, so like I don't want to say we're not, is some Fishman integration here. As highly as Jinbei talks about Whitebeard and what he did for Fishman, I'm surprised that we haven't seen a single one here. Not a single one. And like we saw Jinbei like talking to, you know, animals of the sea. I don't know if they communicate with sea kings and sea beasts or whatever you want to call them, but like if they could, it'd be the fishmen that were able to. I'm surprised that there's no fishmen presence here at all. Not a single one, minus Jinbei. As highly as Jinbei speaks about it and everything, I would expect to just see them coming in hot. But we have not seen any. So Luffy's here. How far up the gauntlet he's actually going to make it, I don't know. Because like I said, I don't even think he's maybe 15th strongest here. If you put, I'm going to assume Son Goku has a baseline of power that's got to be respected of some kind. So him and the 3 Admirals already, we put Luffy at 5, okay? Boa's stronger than him. Doflamingo's probably stronger than him. Kuma's stronger than him. I don't know if Garp would step in if it came to it, but Garp's stronger than him. So we're already at 8. If I really had to sit there and go down the list, because then you got to add in some people on the other side of like, okay, he's not stronger than Whitebeard. He's probably not stronger than Bruno or Marco, whatever the guy's name is. So we're already at 10. I don't even think he's stronger than Jinbei at the moment. So we're at 11. If he doesn't keep himself moist, he's not stronger than Crocodile. So, I don't know. We're rambling. Let's drag this over here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Huh? And we were talking about it in the Discord. And again, if you're a Patreon member, you want to get in there and you haven't got an invite or anything, let me know. Get up in there. Mm-hmm. Oh, and we gotta put. I never pause episodes, but give me 2 seconds. I know I never do this. I never ever like to pause because I know people sync up episodes and things. One statement that was made of like, you know, Luffy was in his face. He's like, "I'm going to be king of the pirates," and I think I made a comment like, I mean, he's this man kind of. I know that like the Google Chat GPT AI definition of king of the pirates might equal the one that finds the One Piece, if the One Piece is actually a thing. If you want to go by that definition, sure. But I think it's safe to say, if you were to ask anybody who is, if you want to say king of the pirates, king of the seas, whatever, it's Whitebeard. No, we don't have to get into specifics of like, well, technically he doesn't have the One Piece, so he's not king of the pirates. He is at the moment. All right. We don't have to get, he just is, in my opinion. So for Luffy to say that to his face when it's like, when he's him. All right, so are you ready to start moving now or what? He just like blinks up there. Oh, Lord. Let's go, Luffy. We've been bullshitting. It's time now. What's wild is, like, it takes one person to step in front of his face and he, like, doesn't move. Any hockey level, any Kuma or anybody steps in front of his face, he's just, like, can't go anywhere. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Buggy wants no part. I'm starting to get. I have a bucket for a group of characters, and in that bucket currently, across different shows and mangas and stuff, is Buggy, Usopp, and Marahachi, bro. Zenitsu is in that he's in that bucket as well. Mineta is in that bucket. Look at this blue phoenix. Mm-hmm. Well, mm-hmm. Huh? Correct. Well, guys, good luck. Oh, God. Kizaru and Enru got to be the two cleanest Logia looks, just from the light and the lightning alone. It's pretty great. How does he do anything about this? What does he do here? What the hell does he do here? Okay, I was about to say, does he blow the light or does he blow Luffy? He blew Luffy out of the way. Alright. Okay. It's good to see because, like, nothing's changed about us power-wise since the last time we ran into these Takuma and the last time we ran into Kizaru. So what is Luffy's plan here? We have not gotten any stronger. If anything, we're physically weaker because of what our body's been through in the last 24 hours. So, what is the play? Oh god, that sound effect. That late 90s, early 2000s energy beam charge up across all anime sound. Jeez. And is this the real Kuma? At all points, I think we have to ask ourselves that question. Now, given what he did to Oars Jr., I'm going to assume that that probably is the real one. Holy shit. Oh, I wish Zoro was here. I wish he was here. I could do without the rest. Can he do anything? I'm going to assume no. Like Ivankov, I appreciate it, but I don't. Is that Krillin? Who's throwing these Destructo discs? Is that Kobe on steroids? Oh, that looked like a grown-up Kobe right there. Please get this. Please get these guys out of our way. He doesn't remember them at all. We ran it. Granted, though, we've run into a lot of people, and they've only ran into one of us. So. That's, Oh god, what's his name? That's Bon Clay's voice actor. That voice can never, I don't care if you give it a different pitch or try to give it a little bit of a different accent. You can't hide that voice at all. You just can't hide it. He wasn't looking, man. He got distracted. Oh, okay. Classic. Classic, classic. Now she's the one that took in Bon Clay. Does she possess a little bit of skill or what? What does she eat? A cage fruit? What? So does she just make fences for houses and like what is this? Now she could create sea prism fences. That would be pretty dope, but that just wouldn't be a thing. I mean, that fruit seems okay, I guess. Doesn't, I mean, it would, you would have to show me what the material is and how strong it is. Because, like, that doesn't seem like much. Yeah. Who's about to someone's gonna take his ass out. This is too easy. Who is it? Who is it? Who? You are commercial. Classic. You know what I'd love though? Because I don't know if I would suspect that we'll see him at least once. Maybe in like a small like 30-second clip of like something. Or maybe we don't, but there just seems like too many episodes and too much world building to not see him. Did that dude really hit us? We just ate. We just hit. We really got hit by that. I'd love Magellan to be here, by the way. Just love to. I don't know if we'll ever see him again in anything that's not just like a slap knee gag moment. Is he just slipping on the ice? He looks a little. I was about to say he's not handling this as smooth as I thought he would be. Like, he's getting dotted up a little bit, and this is not even, these people are not even the biggest of his issues. These are all vice admirals right here that he's having a bit of a trouble with. Bro, you tried this already, remember? We took Luffy's shadow, we put it in ores, remember how that went? Oh, he just had these planted all along, huh? I mean, we've seen his shit and it's not that great, so. Moria was on Luffy's ass, though. He was like never able to actually get him. I'm not used to seeing Luffy get hit so much. By guys that aren't like the final boss of an arc. He's getting hit. This is too much. This is too much. It's too much. Whitebeard, if you got anything, man, now's the time. Oh shit, Luffy with a sword? Rarely see that. Oh, that lasted for 2 seconds. Oh man. Where was this attitude in Impel Down? We might have gotten to him in time. He doesn't like seeing Luffy get hurt. Yeah, he's too much to watch. It's what happens. So you deal with the consequences, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ah, Lord. It's too late. It's not okay, man. And then we were talking about some theories in the chat of like, what if one of them did become like one of them actually did follow in Garp's footsteps. Say you want to live. That's what I feel like this moment is. Oh, I'm sure these two kids drinking sake goes over great. Shit smelling like straight 99% isopropyl. Yeah, that's another thing. Oh, he's also the son of Roger, his blood? Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. Don't worry, guys. I was also confused. Don't you worry. But like, who's water bending? Who's got the water? Who's got the water fruit? Who's got the ocean fruit? Oh, Jinbei, of course. Jinbei might as well possess the water fruit, to be honest. But I think if it was to go that way, if one of the brothers... What the fuck? The way they just showed him, he looked bigger than Oars. I think if it was to be one of the two, I think it would make more sense if it was Ace that would have went into the Marines. Oh wow, they're just dropping all info bombs out there. The worst criminal in history, so we got the worst pirate in history and the worst criminal in history. Just putting everybody's info out there. Man. But Ace to be the Marine, because they probably would want Ace to be the Marine, given his lineage to Roger. That way they can keep him close, keep tabs on him, and not let him run around crazy. And then the information leaks to Ace about what his true heritage is. Did Whitebeard know that? Oh my god. I forget they're broadcasting this like the Hunger Games. Jesus. This is a very kind of like filler episode though. Do we really need to be busting this Gear 3 out though, man? The art and animation has been very interesting this episode. I feel like every level of art and animation I've ever gotten in One Piece, the shitty bottom 0 out of 10 and the 10 out of 10, has all been in this episode. And I feel like they rarely ever do that. Usually it's one animation style the whole way through. Like, they're going with these hard, thick lines right now. But at the very beginning of the episode, when he was talking to Whitebeard and he was running off on the ice for the first time, it was the classic, like, animators were on vacation this week. It's going to be one of those episodes. But then halfway through the episode, we had this animation and art switch. So now everything's flowing with thick lines and... I don't think, and I think that might have been a unique. I don't know if we've ever seen this type of that is pretty crazy. I don't know if we've ever seen that style before that they've done. This animation and art style here. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. Nothing too crazy as far as plot-wise happened here in this episode. At least I feel like they at least use the episode to kind of catch everybody up to speed. We all know who Luffy is. We know who his dad is. We know they're stepbrothers and not biological brothers. We've got all that set up. Pop, pop, pop. All right, everybody good? You got it, you got it, you got it? All right, perfect. Boom. And that was pretty much what the episode was. Whitebeard is trying to pinpoint and crack down what this plan of Son Goku's is. As am I, the viewer. So we'll kind of wait to see. Nothing too crazy to really recap here. We didn't go into any crazy fights of like, oh, what's that power? What does that mean? Can Luffy get past this? I'm actually, I mean, of course, again, he's running on straight. He's running on straight just fumes right now. And rage and emotions. But I don't know how he's physically, because it was told to us like, hey, I'm giving you this hormone boost, but like on the back end of this, you're going to be like TKO'd. And then he had to go through all the Magellan stuff. And then they were on that boat, and it's not like they were on that boat for multiple days and he got days to kind of recover. They're right back into it. He's cranking out gear 2s, he's cranking out gear 3s, getting beat up by a bunch of vice admirals and shit. Like, he's taking, I feel like we rarely see him get hit this much. If it's not like an end level like Rob Lucci, Crocodile at the very end of a fight, you know, type thing. So we'll see if he can make it through this. I'm still waiting for Whitebeard to act. You got to show me something. I got to see it, because it's not looking good. So we'll leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,